Okay, everyone, welcome to our Centennial Mission post-mission Petra extension Zoom call. Very exciting stuff. We have been spending the last, oh my gosh, don't know how long planning this mission as well as the extensions, and I'm excited to be going over some of the details. I'm Heidi Cooperman. I'm the missions director, if you don't know me yet. Hopefully we'll get a chance to meet soon. We have 4 Greater Metro West staff people going on the mission. We have Julie Rosenberg.
Hello.
Hi. We have Kim Hirsch.
Hi, everybody.
We have Susan Ferber.
Hi.
And we have Diane Bax.
Hi, shalom.
All 4 of these staff, of these Greater Metro West staff people, will be staffing buses on the mission. So you'll see them around, but they will be with you guys in Petra. Because so many people wanted to go on Petra extension, we have 2 full buses of people coming. So there'll be 2 of our staff on each bus. And because of the limitations within the hotels, the buses will be traveling separately. One will sleep one night in Petra and one will sleep the other night, and then it'll reverse the second night. But you'll get more details from Ora Moran, the owner and amazing woman who works for Giant Leaps, our land operator in Israel. We worked very closely together on many missions, including the 2018 community mission, which was a humongous success. We have even more people coming on the Centennial mission this year, and we're very excited. Ora knows all the details for our Petra extension. Please know if you are not here today, or if somebody you're with is not here today and wants to hear all the information, this Zoom is being recorded and a link will be emailed to all of you so you could listen to it. As well, more information will come to you as we go along, and even while you're in Israel, you will get more information about Petra. So I let Ora take it away.
Okay, hi everybody. Good afternoon, good evening for us in Israel. Together with me is Natalie, our mission manager. She's here online with us.
Hello, everyone.
So Natalie, I will let her soon to go over all the logistics. I will just give you a brief overview. So we are together in Israel until the 9th. In the mission, we end the mission in Jerusalem. You'll be back to your hotels, whether the Orient or the Inbal, based off where your bus is. And then we start the day after in the morning. Don't kill us, but basically we start at 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. We want to have a good use of the 3 days between the 10th and the 12th. Jordan is amazing. I do want to tell you that it's hot, like it will be in Israel. If you've ever been in Eilat, then it's about the temperature of Eilat. It's hot, but it's dry. It's beautiful. So before everything, I tell you to drink water. There'll be water with you, and to have your hat and sunscreen. Jordan is very safe. It's nice to be there, to meet the Jordanian. We are sending people to Petra on a daily basis to Petra and Jordan since the peace in 1995. I had the privilege to be in Petra when it was snowing, so it won't be the case in July, but it will be beautiful.
Israel is crazy weather, so you can you can't promise anything. We have rain right now.
We're adding Wadi Ram. Go online and read about Wadi Ram, about the sandstone. You'll hear 3 days about Petra, the Nabatean, and the red sandstone, whether it's in the Petra itself or in Wadi Ram, which is a huge area of beautiful dunes and arcs and nature at its best. So during those 3 days, you will walk, you will hike a bit, you will climb a bit, you will be on jeeps, and you'll stay overnight in 2 different places. And now, as Heidi said, since you're an amazing big group, one group will start Petra and then Wadi Ram, and will flip you and will swap you in order that everybody will enjoy the best facilities, the best accommodation, and will have fun. So the tour is based on 1 night Petra, 1 night Wadi Ram, a full day of Petra, and about half a day of traveling at Wadi Ram, including lunch. So that's the big picture of that. Now I let Natalie go with the logistics. Since you have luggage, since we want to make sure that you travel light, that you pass the Jordanian border fast. So we arrange all the cover logistics to make everything easy for you. So I'm letting Natalie to go over the logistics.
Exactly. And of course, I will finish, and if anyone has any question in between, feel free to ask. Heidi, can I share my screen for a minute?
Yep, Jill should have made you a
You're a
co-host.
co-host, Natalie. You should be able to.
Perfect. Thank you. So I just want to show you, this is a letter that you're all going to get 2 days before. I don't have all the information as per people and staff and phone numbers, but this is something that you will get to remind you what is the procedure when we are going to Jordan. So as Ora mentioned, we are ending the mission on the 9th. Everyone will go back to the hotel, which means that on the 9th, when we are doing checkout from the hotel, you are not checking out of your room. Your room is, you are staying there for another night. Please make sure that you are not leaving your bags outside. Otherwise, they will wait for you at Kedma, at our farewell dinner. Okay, and then on the 10th at 3:30 a.m., we will have hostess at the hospitality desk waiting for you. You will bring down all your belongings, everything, including the one that you are not taking. Sorry, someone is asking to enter the call. Including the stuff that you are not taking with you to Petra. You will go to the hostess. She will give you a luggage tags with the name Petra on it, and we will make sure that all the stickers goes all over your bags, okay? Those who are in Inbal, all your luggage will stay at Inbal. Those are on Orient, all your luggage will be stored at the Orient. Then you will go with 2 buses, doesn't matter, it's okay, it's shuttle buses to Terminal 1. This is the place that you will take your flight to Eilat, cross the border. So it's fine if you are with your friend, if you are on another one, you are late, don't worry, it's a shuttle buses. Once you get to Terminal 1, our hostess will be with you and making sure all checked in and you are on to your flight. You are landing in Eilat. When you're arriving to Eilat, your metro staff people will know who is designated to bus 1 and who is going to be on bus 2. Heidi, do they know already if they are bus 1 or 2?
They
Okay,
don't know yet, but it will be on their name tags. When they get to Israel, they will see on their name tags
Perfect.
what bus they're on.
Perfect. So they don't need to remember. But you will go, there will be 2 buses waiting for you. One of your metro staff will read the names to make sure that everyone going, putting their light luggage in the right buses, and then we are on separate trips in Petra. It's really important to understand. Ora, I'm not sure if you mentioned because I was after we started, but if you have medicine, if you have stuff that are really important for you guys, if you have stuff that you need for the night, for the night on, please bring it with you on your trolley bag, okay? It's really hard to get stuff in Petra and you want to make sure that you have all your belongings with you, the important one. Our flight leaves, as Ora mentioned, at 6 a.m. in the morning with our Kia company, and we are landing about 45 minutes after that in Eilat. When we are crossing the border, you have to make sure that you have cash on you to pay the taxes when you get to the border. They do get credit card. It's just they have a fee of using credit card, so it's fine. As Ora mentioned to you guys, please bring your hat, your sunglasses, your sunscreen, anything that you know, and even something hot because it can be chilly. I know it's not supposed to be, but just to be on the safe side, bring something. We are going to finish Petra on July 12th. Then we are going to meet the other bus, all the participants together at 6:10 p.m. beside 2 people that are staying in Eilat, but everyone will get to the airport, okay? You go in on your flight from the Ramon Airport in Eilat, you land in Terminal 1, where you will meet one of our giant leaps with your 2 buses. Doesn't have to be the same 2 buses that you took, but 2 buses with all of the luggage. At Terminal 1, again, you can go on your buses by shuttle, okay? I don't really care, but the buses will have signs saying Inbal or Orient, which means that when we are getting to Terminal 3, the terminal that you are taking your actually departure flight back home, you will take your luggage from the designated bus where you left your belongings. If you were staying at Inbal, you making sure that you're looking for your luggage on the bus that states Inbal. This is very important. I don't want anyone to get heart attack that is missing luggage. We will make sure to have all the Inbal on one bus and all the Orient on the other, so everyone will be calm that they find everything and they are not missing up, okay? From there on, you are actually 3 people. You're going to the airport according to your own flight, okay, designated flight. I know that we have at 11:25 until 1:55. I do want to mention that there's might be a chance that not all of the counters will be open. I know El Al is open 4 hours before, but some of the airlines only open 3 hours. You have a lot of coffee shops that you can stay, you can wait there, it's okay, but please be patient because I don't want to take any risk of getting you later to the airport. And if by any chance we will be running late with our internal flight, you will miss your flight back home. So this is, again, it's a lot of information, it's logistics. We will have people with you all the time, also during the trip. And we will send this letter with all the information, also with numbers, with phone numbers, 2 days before the departure. So you will know that everything stays the same. We didn't have any change of flight, and we are good to go. Any questions?
There is a question. Somebody asked, how much is it for the visa and tax? I know we had given them approximately the amount. It was listed.
Yes,
on
so it's 120. And again, don't
per
get
person.
by the dollar. But because we have 2 nights in Jordan, the government actually covering $60. So they might ask for 65. But again, 65 in cash. If you're paying with credit, it's going to be a bit more.
Somebody asked how the buses were split. The buses are split based on, it was not random. It's based on if you're from Union County, we tried to put all the Union County people together. We put everybody who were on the same buses together. The currency for the visa is US dollars. But you can use your credit card. I think it's like a 2 or 3%.
Yeah, and maybe we can recommend also to give you like to get a cell phone line to Jordan. If anyone wants to do, that can be nice because I'm not sure how WhatsApp goes there. So to be on the safe side, what size of a bag? We are talking about trolley. Okay,
That's
that
a
you can
rolly
take.
bag.
A small carry-on suitcase, correct?
Yes, please.
I want to
Again,
say that
Again, whomever have, I know that there is 2 people that stay in Eilat and must bring all the luggage. They will be able to pay on the spot for the additional. It's really about logistics. We don't want you to pass the border with so much luggage. Besides the fact that it's not convenient, it will take too long for you guys. So we want to make sure that you have like the maximum adventure and experience from Jordan.
this is the most important, and I didn't know, they always say just drive light, pack light, it's much more easier. And, you know, we see each other, we will see each other for 8 days. You will see the same people. Nothing happened if you don't change outfit every day. Just something very comfortable to walk, to be in Petra. Good hat, but nothing fancy. So if you want carry on, if you want any backpack, but really be light.
I see that there's another question. Someone asked if Jordan extension include an overnight in camping. So we are in the desert. So it's not the regular 5 stars hotel that you are used to, but it's not a camping. It's like we have the Aisha. They are calling it camping, but it's
It's the
5-star.
fanciest place in Wadi Rum. Look online.
Exactly.
We call it
And the other-
glamping.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of glamping.
Anything
We do-
additional we should pack for Petra?
We do all the
maybe
all the
hiking
arrangements.
shoes. Sorry, or I interrupted you, but
No, I
maybe
just said we
hiking.
do all those arrangements with the hostesses to store your luggage or bring it to the airport. So I hope everybody understand. We do all that in order for you to travel light and enjoy.
Okay, so I have two things to mention. One is, I think people are a little confused with the visa. So the actual cost for the visa and taxes is $120 per person in cash or credit card. Because we're staying in Petra, the government, it's a foreign government, is supposed to be subsidizing for part of it, and it should be $65. We're hoping they will charge you $65, but this is not Israel. This is another government, you know. So please be prepared for $120 and let's hope for $65. There'll be someone there to help you along. It's not, you won't be all by yourself, but just be prepared for $120 per person, and we're hoping it'll be $65. I hope that clarifies it.
And Heidi, just to clarify, if they pay with credit card, there's a credit card fee. That's
Right,
the
like ours, 2-3%,
right. So just
something
people
like
understand
that.
that's the difference. Yeah.
That is the difference. I know I had a second thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah. So when they're saying to bring a carry-on bag with you, that means the night before, after the farewell dinner, pack a carry-on bag, and all the rest of your luggage you'll bring downstairs to check in. We want to pack light. The flights can't take all of our big luggage. And really, no one wants to schlep around. You'll leave the luggage and then the luggage will meet you again. So we try to make it seamless and easy. Just bring all the essentials that you need for 3 days.
We're all taking a smaller bag to the north. So it could be the same bag they're taking to the north is the bag they take to Petra, correct?
Exactly.
If it's a carry-on bag, that same bag is what I'm going to take to the north and then use it for Petra as well.
Yeah, exactly. I had another question, actually. I'm hoping it's not a kickback question, but does anyone has mobility allergies, stuff that we need to know?
Tell them to move.
I'll get you a list
I
of
agree.
everything that was in our registration forms. No problem.
Perfect. And I just want to make sure that we're not missing anything before.
Will you clarify the few things that are in the chat, please, Natalie or Heidi? A few questions that came.
Yes, sorry, just a minute.
I will talk about the Arab country. Look, Jordan is a monarchy with it's a kingdom with a very strong government, very strong leadership. There is a security around you that you will never see them. You won't know that they are there, but they are. On every group, not only Israeli, not only Jewish. There is a protocol in place. And I need to tell you, look, it's already from 95. We do that all the time besides the COVID. So it's, again, nothing happens. You feel really nice. There are many Israelis that are traveling by themselves, hiking in the valleys between Petra and Eilat by themselves. We are going in a bus with a Jordanian tour guide, with Israeli escort. There is security around all the time. Again, you don't see them, but they are around either in a car or in a checkpoint or in Petra. And they see Israelis and Jewish people every day. every day, all the time, for good and for bad. So I don't see any sensitivity. Of course, as always, don't shout and we don't pray out loud, and we just keep ourselves polite as everywhere around the world. But nothing special, nothing special. So I
Or
think
when I went to Petra about 1 million years ago, and we went into Petra, you cannot go in using a bus. You have to get out and you walk.
you walk.
Then, if I recall, you could pay for a donkey or a cart to take you. You want to tell a little bit about that, if that still exists? Because that's how it was when I went in.
Yes. I mean, the best way is to walk. There is a sick. You enter the city of Petra. There is something that's called a sick. It's a canyon of 2 kilometers flat.
You are telling them all the surprise.
Yeah.
I want them to be prepared.
We will find a donkey, Heidi.
And you walk, and if you don't want, you can take a carriage, a horse and a carriage that will take you. All the fun is to walk, and yes, not to reveal all the secrets how you do that. And then when we get to first of all, you go to the main site, main area of Petra, and then it depends on the time. Sometimes the guide will give you free time if you want to climb one of the lookout points in the city. It is hot, so I don't know if I want to encourage you about climbing. Let's see what will be the weather, and maybe during the week, and I'll see you. Maybe you'll see me during the week. You'll see Natalie, and come and talk with us about more activity, more climbing, yes or not, and how is the weather going to be? We'll be smarter, and we'll know the forecast. So I don't know. I don't want to encourage you yet for more hiking, but the main area of Petra is so beautiful. Read about it. Read about the Nabatean. It's fascinating to learn. The same about Wadi Ram. Wadi Ram is more with jeeps than in walking. Just look online and read about it.
And I see that there's a question about recommending hiking shoes. Yes, please, no flip-flops. It's going to be hot, so I know we usually want to do sandals, but it's hot sand, so please, hiking shoes is better. Is the plane from Tel Aviv to Eilat is a paddle jumper? I have no idea what is a paddle jumper.
I'll explain. I was just about to say that to you. He wanted to know the size of the plane. Is this
It's
like
not the large
person?
one that go in by United Airlines and stuff like that. It's the smaller one. Of course, it's an internal flight.
About
About 200 people. Exactly.
200 people. It's not that small. It's not a Piper or propeller one. It's a Airbus or something small like that. About 200 participants usually. That's the size.
And I see that already Heidi answered that you're not going back to Jerusalem hotels. You're going straight from Terminal 1 to Terminal 3, which is the international flights.
Good question about the walking shoes, about should they bring hiking shoes or just sneakers are okay? Or
No, sneakers is fine. Sneakers is fine. But as long as it's comfortable.
Basically what's comfortable, exactly.
Yeah, as long as it's comfortable, but not open shoes because it is sand and there are some rocks. But it's not a hike, it's a walk. But yes, either sneakers or hiking shoes, whatever is good for you. But you can carry short.
And the question about luggage, the carry-ons, I see there's another question. So the group that starts at Petra, the next day, they will check out of Petra and check in and Wadi Ram. So of course, it's going to be in the bus with you guys. And the opposite for the other group, checking out from Wadi Ram and checking in Petra at night. So the luggage is on your buses.
I want to comment on someone's question about allergies, that if you put on your application for the mission about an allergy, then Heidi is going to make sure that Giant Leaps has that information. If you want to discuss it or have any questions, contact Heidi in the office and she'll discuss it with you in more detail.
And I have something else to comment. we understand, I want to make sure that we all understand that in terms of kashrut, we are asking, not providing pork, stuff like that, but this is Jordan. They cannot like commit that they won't do that, but please make sure that you are asking if you're not sure, even if you have allergies, and we said that this is okay, make sure that your professional is aware of that as well. Double check everything. It's a foreign country, it's not Israel.
Right, as I think I sent an email to everyone that the trip is not kosher, but there will be many vegetarian options at every meal. Ora, I know you love to talk about hiking because you're out there, but all of us are not all out there. And so I would like to address the subject of how strenuous it will actually be, because not everyone's running the marathon next week like you are. So can you just, yes, for anybody who's worried that this might be too much for them, can you just really give us the real lowdown? And as we mentioned, there is the opportunity for the donkeys and the carts, and that is not something that you will feel embarrassed to take. There's tons of them there, and I took one because it looked like fun. So, Ora, now.
I said, look, the first, you can't avoid the first 2 kilometers in Petra because you want to get to the Chizne. Chizne is the famous picture of Petra that you see, that it's basically kind of cemetery. So that first place, it's 2 kilometers walking from the entrance of the gate of Petra. And again, there are horses and carriages to take you if you don't want to walk at all. So it's not strenuous. The strenuous is if you want to add after that optional, what I mentioned, lookout, climbing to what is called Jabal Adir or some other places, which I don't know if will be option at all because of the heat. So it's like walking the 2 kilometers. Let's say it's like help me with a length in New Jersey. I will say walking from the David Citadel or walking from the Inval to the Western Wall, something like that. That will be the length, but not even up and down as it is. If someone can't walk at all, please tell the staff. We need to know that even for the entire mission. We usually say that if you can go a whole block at New York City, then you're fine. And again, if someone feels that it's too hot, there is a horse and a carriage. If someone feels that it's too much, you can stop at the Chizne, the first stop. There is a shade, and wait when the others are coming back. So I wouldn't really, I after sending so many people to Petra, with all ages and all level of ability, I'm not worried yet. If someone feels that they need more assistance, the carriage and the horses will be there. And tell the guide, tell the Jordanian guide and the Israeli staff that will be with you, and your American staff, your New Jersey, your Metro staff, and we'll take care of that. So it's really not as strenuous. I say it right, word. Hi. It's not, but it's a walk. It's a walk.
Let's discuss like the dress during the day. Like, is it better to wear tank tops or is it better to wear long sleeve that's light to protect yourself from the sun? What do you recommend as far as dress?
I say that like every time in the desert, long sleeve, very light cotton, like half, pants, trousers up to the knee, or short t-shirt. No one in Jordan will tell you anything about how you
Modesty.
dress, but
Yeah.
if you go, if you go to mosque or something like that, but you can go you can wear whatever you want. But really, for the sun, it's better not to be exposed. It's better to be partially covered. That's everywhere around the globe.
Good to know.
Or there's a question about the amount of cash they need on them for cards, for maybe market, stuff like that. What do you think? I'm thinking.
You can buy with credit card everything, but if you want a soft drink or something, so bring with you some American and they will take some USD. I don't think you don't need even to change it to the local currency is dinar, Jordanian dinar. But you can.
But they get US dollars.
But they get US dollars and credit cards. No need to change money.
But if you are bringing that money, let's say to get your soda or what have you, bring a little bit of money in small bills. Because if
Small
you
bill.
hand over a 20, you're getting dinar back in your pocket that you may not be able to use.
Good call. And the hotel in Petra is really nice. So have a drink in the evening and dinner
There's
is
a
covered.
question-
Dinner is covered. Dinner is covered, of course.
Yes, both nights. Do we have to check in our luggage at Ben Gurion on July 12th? Yes, of course. We are in Israel and you have to go through security procedure. We cannot do it for you guys. That's why you will meet before you enter to the airport, you'll meet your luggage to make sure that they were asking you that you will say that you identify your luggage and only then enter to the airport. So it's on you.
Yes,
guys.
carry your passport, your US passport when you are in Jordan. Yes, of course, your passport with you all
Oh,
the
and
time.
of course, passport with you to Jordan. Sorry if I didn't say.
Yeah, passport all the time, of course.
But we keep it with us, I think is the question, is we keep it with us,
Yes.
not leave it anywhere.
In any case, I mean, you check in the hotel and then you move to another hotel. Lunch at Petra, yes. One lunch is at Petra and one lunch is at Wadi Ram. What else? It's very nice destination, very easy destination.
The dogs love credit cards.
Can
The
you pay
donkey,
credit
the
cards for your
donkey
donkey?
want. No, but you need to bring petty cash. You need to have.
I will
some-
ask about the carriage, right? It's a good question. We will ask.
I'm writing myself notes.
Maybe I could just ask it rather than typing.
No problem.
The ending flight back you showed on your letter that you had at the very beginning,
Mhm.
it goes right to the airport, the Ben Gurion airport. Is that where it's?
Yes, but to Terminal 1, which is the internal flights, and then we need to take a shuttle to Terminal 3, but we will have our buses with us, so they will do the shuttle.
Okay, well, it's getting there. It sounded like at 6 or so in the evening, and we're not leaving.
No,
till-
it's no. You won't-
7:30, but until the time that you will go
Yeah, we're going.
identify your luggage, you won't be there before 8 p.m., something like that.
Okay, well, I think the flight leaves at 12:30, so I think that's still plenty of time.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, we took that flight in order to be safe than sorry. So we took the 6 p.m. Flight while back, because that bring you relatively in time. And yes, that's what Natalie said, that for some of the flight it may be a bit earlier, but coffee at Ben Gurion and then check in early and go to the duty free but it's better than to be late. The other flight sometimes are late.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
No, perfect. It sounds wonderful what you're setting up. It's just that we may want to take those, whatever you call carriages or carts, and I just want to make sure, if we want to bring, how much cash would you recommend for the 3 days?
I will
Dennis,
check
we
for you.
will check and we will send Heidi.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you.
Okay, all
Excellent.
the information after we double checked and confirmed before I'm saying, I believe that about $200 will be enough, but I want to
Okay.
make sure.
Even a way less, yes. But
I'm just
that will-
saying, but I want to make sure. I will speak with our Jordanian agent and make sure that you're covered.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good question about timing on the last night, Natalie, as far as getting people, to the hotel
So
at good time. It's early
agreed,
morning.
by 7, we will start departing either back to the hotels or to the airport according to the flight. So you'll have some time to rest. And we also have a drive or from the border to Petra or to Wadi Rum. I think that to Wadi Rum it's 1 hour and to Petra it's 1 hour and a half, so you can see it in the morning.
But Petra is about 100 kilometers north to Aqaba, to Eilat. If you remember in the early 50s, when Israelis tried to walk to Petra, they would have crossed the border next to En Yav, which is about 100 kilometers north of Eilat. So that's about the line where Petra is. Yet the Jordanian road are not as the Israeli road. It takes a bit more time. So it's about 2 hours and a half to 3 between the border and the city itself. You go up in the mountain and then you drive to the valley where Petra is.
One more thing that I didn't mention before is the checkout procedure of the Jerusalem hotels. Please make sure that when you are coming back on the 9th, you are paying all your incidentals and you're not leaving anything to do on 3:30 a.m. Okay, first of all, the front desk won't be available with so much stuff, and we don't want to cause like running late to our flight. So please make sure you are closing your bill, you're paying everything, you know where you put everything, and ask all the questions before to make sure that we have a smooth checkout procedure.
The flight, there was a question about the flight. It leaves from
Oh.
Tel Aviv, from Ben Gurion Airport, the flight down to Eilat.
Yes,
Terminal 1,
yes.
the same, the
We
domestic
only
terminal.
have one. That's easy. You can't go wrong.
Yes, there's no airport in Jerusalem.
Not in Tel Aviv anymore.
What time is that flight?
6:10, if I'm not mistaken.
But you'll receive all the
6:05.
information about the logistics in a written letter that'll tell you exactly everything, so you'll be prepared. That'll be in your room a few days before the end of
Exactly. We just want to make sure you have the most accurate information and we are not just like keep sending updates.
I have a question. Are there going to be accessibility for charging any devices we have?
Yes, yes. So every night in the hotel,
Okay.
as usual.
Do you know if there's Wi-Fi on the bus?
I don't think so.
No. But we'll tell you the adapter for Jordan. But in the hotel, there's a 5-star hotel. They got everything.
Is it the same plug as you would use in Israel? It's like if you're an adapter, if you needed to.
I will check the
I
exact-
think so, but again,
Let us say we'll tell you about the adapter.
Okay, thank you.
I never heard problems, so apparently I guess it's
no, I think it's only 2, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, I think it's a
We'll
two-prong.
tell you.
I think Jordan is two-prong, just so you know, I looked into it. Israel has the 3-prong thing, but I think Jordan and other parts of the Middle East does
And
the
Israel also
Like
switched
the
to 2.
European.
So
two-prong. You can use the 2-prong in both places, but if you use the 3 in Israel, I think the 3 won't work in Jordan. I think you need the 2, the simple 2-prong one.
Good point.
Any other questions, guys? Don't
I had
worry.
a question, clarifying question about the luggage when we get back to the airport to go home. So somebody mentioned, like, are you bringing that directly to the airline? So when we're spending that time in the airport, are we responsible for our large bags too, or that will be already checked?
no, you are
No.
responsible to all of your belongings.
Okay.
You
We
will be
can't
given-
check, the security issue. We can't check your luggage.
Yeah,
for you.
no, I just wanted to make sure we understood.
Now,
Thank
you
you.
will have to make sure you found all your suitcases before you.
She means identify and take them.
Sorry.
Okay. And then once you're in the airport, they're going to ask you questions about your luggage. You're going to have to check it in all yourself and go through security yourself.
And say the truth. Say it was in Israel in a luggage room. Just say the truth, and that's fine. That you were in Jordan and your stuff was in Israel. Where your stuff was in Israel in a in a
In a
closed
storage,
in a
storage
closed
room.
storage room in hotel in Jerusalem.
So if I could just ask a question, I'm a little confused when we come back. So the morning we go to Petra, we're taking a bus to the airport in Tel Aviv from Jerusalem.
Mhm.
When we fly back to Eilat, we're then taking another flight, or the flight goes directly to, I'm confused.
Again, just ask the second question.
So
Nancy,
When you
you-
go in,
the flight back from Eilat goes to Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv, but there's a few terminals at the Ben Gurion Airport. So we're flying into Terminal 1. There'll be a bus there to pick us up and take us to Terminal 3, where then you'll go and you'll go in line with security to check in for your flight back to the States. Is that what you're asking?
please forgive me, but when we come, so the flight to Eilat, so we leave, when we're coming out of Jordan, can you just explain the process there?
when we are going, I will explain, okay? You are going out of Jordan by bus, okay? The bus will take you to the border. In the border, you need to get out, you need to pass the border, and then you have a bus to the Ilan Ramon Airport, which is the Eilat Airport. From there, you take in the flight, or Kia flight, landing in Tel Aviv in Terminal 1. We have another bus waiting for you. You have a lot of buses during the trip, and then they will take you to your final destination, Terminal 3, final destination only in Israel, Terminal 3, to check in your luggage and everything to your departure flights. That's it. And
It's
again,
a way easier than it sounds.
exactly, and we are in charge of that. You don't need to do anything. It's really important. We just want you to know what's going on behind the scene, but this is on us. And Ora and myself, you will see us the entire mission. So every other question that you have, please feel free to contact us and come and share with us your concerns. So we did it many times. We just hope that you'll have the best experience ever. And we will do the best to make it happen.
Natalie, did you talk about the tour guides at all? When they're joining us and who they are?
There are Jordanian tour guides. They will have English, of course, but again, Jordanian English, you will understand them, but they probably will have some accent. So bear with them, and you will have a Israeli staff with you, and you have Julie with you, which is half of an Hebrew speaker. So you will be fine.
Somebody
Or should we tip the tour guides?
It's part of it's part of the charge that you're paying to the Jordanian to the VIP. There will be someone in the border that will take the money from you. What we mentioned before, the $65 or a bit more, and part of that will be for the tip. So if you feel
sure?
Yeah, I think if you feel amazing that you want to give more, of course, with pleasure, but the tip will be taken from you before.
Just as we did, I think it's important to point out that just as the professionals were setting up WhatsApp groups for their buses for the Israeli portion of the tour, that will probably be setting up separate WhatsApp group for the Petra buses as well, like a separate WhatsApp for bus 1 and for bus 2 for the Petra extension. So that'll be forthcoming for everybody too.
But Susan, please remember that the WhatsApp may not work while you are in Petra. So pretend it's
Right.
1980 and you will
Right.
talk to people to their face because the WhatsApp may not work. So there'll
But
be a
it'll
lot
work
of.
in Israel prior to Petra.
Yes,
And it'll
it
work here. Okay.
So
Good point.
I have
Thank-
another question. When we're in Petra, we're all together with our bus the entire time. It's not like other parts of the trip that we have free time, whatever. We're moving as a group.
Yes,
You
Thank
can,
you.
but you will have free time in several locations if you want to.
but not
order.
free
There's
time
some-
to see the people on the other bus.
Exactly.
No, but we're moving. We don't have to worry about, you have 4 hours free. You should go here and there. We have no idea where to go in Jordan. So we're really we're all
No.
together with
You
our
are
group.
tripping. Yeah.
Okay, Thank you.
But clarify that, Natalie. Is it like you go to a market and you say, okay, everyone has an hour to do some shopping and meet back
Just
here?
like in Israel,
That's
exactly.
the free
And
time
if
that
you
you're
are
talking
going,
about.
as Or mentioned, if you have a long distance walk and someone wants to stay, so of course we will have a meeting point and then we rejoin everyone. So.
This is Diane. I just want to re-emphasize that each bus will have 2 Federation professionals. I'm one, Julie, Susan, all of us who said hello, and Kim. And so you are going to know us by the time we even leave for Petra. You will have seen us in Israel. We're going to have your back. We're going to keep reminding you every moment, anything that's important. And you can always feel free to reach out while we're in Israel, while we're in New Jersey, and we'll be your Sherpas on each bus.
I want to add to what Diane said that if you're not, when you see us in Israel, we'll let you know who's on which bus. Come up and introduce yourself to us. If you see us at an event or you see us somewhere, let us know. Let us know that you're on our bus so we can get to know you before we go to Petra together.
And please know, if you have any questions after this, this Zoom, you can always shoot me an email or a text, and I will hound Natalie and Aura for the answers, okay? If I don't know them. Okay, if there's no more questions, I want to thank you all for joining us today. I am really excited about the mission and about the Petra extension, even though I'm not going on it. But I will let you know that I will be standing guard in Jerusalem for the days that you are in Petra, just so that I know I'm not leaving America. I'm not leaving to America and leaving you guys in Petra. I will be staying, and I will be on one of those return flights on the 13th. So if anybody needs me.
So Heidi is coming with all of your luggage from Jerusalem, so you
yes,
can be
I will be the one with all your luggage.
No,
Hopefully
when they ask in the security, where will the
Yeah,
luggage
she
be?
Heidi
Say
had it.
She stayed with everything. She can
Yes.
be. She will do the
So,
security.
You'll see me at the airport on the return, and everybody knows my number, I hope, my cell phone. It's the emergency number that's in your booklet that was handed out at the pep rally. And I man that phone all the time. And if you need me for anything, really just shoot me any questions or send me an email. So Aura and Natalie, we thank you for taking the time today, and all of you who are on Petra on this exciting adventure. I remember when I went in the 90s and how amazing it was, and I'm sure it's even more amazing now. So enjoy yourselves and get excited for something really special. And we're leaving soon to Israel. It's very
exactly, and see you soon in person.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
very
you all.
much.
Safe travels, everyone.
Out.
Bye.
Hello to everyone.
Bye, Heidi. Bye, Julie.